It's not a VR game today, but it's a game that's been really interesting me, and I kind of wanted to do a first impression stream of it. Simply just because I don't think not many people are talking about this game. There's been some kind of mixed reviews, and I kind of felt it's a bit unfair because the game has just recently come out with a patch for day one, which has reportedly fixed a lot of these issues. The game came out kind of this one to kind of middling reviews, and they praised the game, but then kind of criticised it and kind of gave it a middling score because of the bugs, because the way the game plays, which I'll show you, is dependent on the game not breaking. So apparently a lot of them were fixed. There was a 3 GB update for the day one patch, so I'm hopefully it's going to work. But the game I'm going to be streaming today, while not VR, is The Occupation. Now, The Occupation is almost like a stealth adventure game. It's set in the mid 80s, so a bomb goes off, and a very dangerous kind of freedom restricting act is introduced in London. And you play an investigative journalist as you go around interviewing certain people. I think they're meant to be political party people. I don't really know what kind of stance and story this is going to eventually devolve into, but the idea is you are kind of given time before an interview. Now you can go but it's all done in real time. So you have to you could just sit and have the interview and then that's it. But you won't ever really you'll get one ending if you do that, or hell, you could even miss the interview and not have the interview. But it pretty much will be in a building, and you'll be given an hour prior to the interview that is conveyed in real time. I'm just making it clearer, sorry, because I think I'm kind of skimming quite a bit here. So you get given an hour in real time in game and in real life to sneak around and find as much information as possible, like Deus Ex style, to then make sure you have enough questions to get to the bottom of the truth while you interview these people or do certain tasks. And that seems like a very unique idea. That's why people were criticizing the game for having bugs, because apparently some people were falling through the world and it was wasting time. Like, if you get caught in this game, what I do know is that instead of killing you or resetting you, you get put in a security office and you'll lose 15 minutes of time. So if you've got caught trying to do something, you're going to have 15 less minutes to do that said thing. And I really like that idea. It's the idea that the game will continue without you, without your input, but you can really change how the narrative goes depending on what you find and how you find it, which I think is really unique. So it's kind of like an investigative mystery thriller, but where your input and it's all done in real time. Not the whole game. I've been told there's a few sections that aren't, but it was interesting. I think there's meant to be like 4 main levels because the marketing says you have 4 hours the whole game. I don't think it's true. People have said it's about 5-6 hours depending, but there's obviously more blending, so a lot of replay value here. So this game is made by White Paper Games, who are also responsible for doing Ether 1, which is definitely up on the PS4 store. That's like a puzzler which kind of deals with dementia, and I haven't played that, but I definitely might after I try this, because I'm very excited for this. It looked very good with the trailers came out. I've loved the marketing despite how small it is, but it's partly funded in part by Humble Bundle, and I think it's distributed by Sold Out, and it's retailing for physical copy in places like Game in the UK for £20, like not yeah 19.99, which is a really good deal for a physical copy, considering and I know it's a shorter game, but thankfully they're not trying to do what some VR games or other indie games might do, where they'll release a physical copy and they'll try and sell it for £30 because there'll be less of them. Like, I found this no problem in one of the game stores that I went to. And yeah, it's also PS4 Pro enhanced. I think it runs 60 frames. We'll find out in a second, but I don't think you'll see it on the stream. I just want to give a bit more information before we dive into it, but people have described it as a bit of Dishonored feeling with a bit of Deus Ex and Thief in terms of the stealth approach. So it's mostly a stealth game and kind of more an action adventure, so it's not going to be a fast-paced game. It's going to be a bit more slower, but the story and the voice acting seems really decent from what I've seen, and it really interested me, and I was surprised it came out yesterday. I found out the day before it was coming out. I was like, oh, I've been wanting to play this game for a while, so I've been playing a lot more open world games. I've just come off Metro Exodus, so I'm really going to look forward to playing this. Hopefully everything's alright with the stream, and yes, we'll get into this. But it is on the PlayStation Store as well, before I forget, but it's £24.99 in the UK store as well, so it's £5 more for a digital copy. So depending on how you feel, you can get it now for 25, or if you go to the nearest game store, which is more likely the place that'll have it. I kind of doubt Tesco and Asda will have this personally. I could be wrong. I haven't checked. Normally they just stick to the main games, but this is definitely, if you're interested to pick up the game, I think it's worth picking up the physical copy because it's £5 cheaper. Alright, so let's get into it. We've got in terms of options, we've got Motion blur, brightness, it's not too bad. Game is head bob, which I think is quite unique to put those kind of settings in a PS4 game, which I think is quite decent. Obviously, I think there's going to be a lot of head bobbing in this game. Audio is the usual, no like surround sound settings, but I think it's just automatic. And then game settings, so tells you the controls, which I'm sure the game will invert sensitivity, vibration, function. Alright, let's just dive into it. I'm probably not going to talk as much in this one, because this is more of first impressions. This is the first time I've played it. I've seen some gameplay, I've read reviews, and I've tried my hardest to spoil as little as possible about the story and where it's going to go. So I have not really many expectations. I'm just curious. I think the idea is unique, and I just want to get on with it. So let's go. Okay, language, English, subtitles, yes, yes, yes. Begin story. Here we go. And anything set in mid-80s London's pretty cool, because gotta have the old school London way. Scarlett and Charles.
What the hell have you done?
Scarlett, please, sit down.
Sit down! Do you think taking my children's going to stop me?
Stop you from doing what exactly?
Where did you take them?
This is far more important right now.
More important
We
than...
need stability. The country needs stability, and this act provides that. Work with me.
This country needs its freedom. Michael wouldn't have agreed to this. He's the one that started this act, and he did it...
Michael is dead. This country is a far different place than it was 3 years ago, Scarlett. There's rioting in the streets, for God's sake. We need tighter security now more than ever. People on our doorstep want to hurt us. I can't allow that.
That's not your decision to make. The people need to know that their government is lying to them, and you can't threaten me into silence on this.
You can't see this right now, but you don't have another choice here.
Charles?
Open the file.
Okay. Interesting. I like the voice acting. It's a little, in terms of the movement, it's a bit rigid, but I quite like it. So we've been told about the actor. She had her children taken away. It looks like they're involved with the making of the act. Loving the graphics, and it is running at 60 frames for those that are watching the stream. I do apologise, but yes, it is.
Knowing what I know now, would I do it all again? Someone gets hurt either way, I suppose. But I did what I thought was right at the time. That's all anyone can do, isn't it?
I'm loving that voice acting, and the music. It's a really good way to open the level, to be fair. I like that. I don't think it's a solid 60. I think I saw a dip there, but I'm just being a technical phobe. Oh no, I was expecting my feet then. It's fine. It's looking nice though, and it's kind of got those black bars on it. It's not proper like 235 one. Not sure if that's just on the consoles or that's just an artistic design. Honestly, can't say. Okay. Looks nice. Let's go.
Mullen was terrible at remembering to lock windows. I wonder if he ever realised his role in all of this.
Yeah, it's definitely not full 60 because I just noticed a massive frame drop then. It's a shame, it's PS4 Pro enhanced, but it looks very sharp, and there's definitely some anti-aliasing going on, some post-processing. But yeah, I'm quite surprised that it's not running at 60. To be fair, I thought a game like this wouldn't have a problem, but it is the Unreal Engine. It can flip flop, I suppose. Okay, objective sheet. Oh wow. Oh, can I not read that again? There we go. Hit the middle button. Let's read this properly. Oh wow, there's like a cursor as well. Okay. The controls are differently. It's different to what I never expected it to control. I'll give it that. All BCG workers from Charles Bowman, who was that guy we were speaking, who was talking then. That was him. Date Friday the 10th of April 1987. As you're all aware, the files in the Silhouette server contain highly confidential files that cannot be leaked at the Union Act press event tomorrow. Please keep security tight and stay vigilant. I think from what has been mentioned, the Union Act is the act that's passed after the terrorist attack. Take Silhouette disk from Charles Bowman's office and insert into the server in Alex Dubar's workshop to transfer files. Clues. I have a copy of the Silhouette server password in my office in case I forget it. Huh. Oh, there's an ID card there. Alex Dubois. Bowman Carson. Protecting the people, that's the company. Okay, so it's their company. But the Bowman building. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to say that a lot, I think. ID card put away. Very odd, not odd, it's just unique kind of UI system. I've not seen it presented in this kind of way. It's unique actually, I quite like it. Oh, hold to change ID. Interesting. Current card 1. Purple. Okay, so we're going to really have to keep a note of the colours of the doors.
No floppy disks detected.
Key cards were beginning to restrict everyone's access. Having the correct level of security clearance was important.
Alright, have to do it again. Gotta have to be quick. Damn.
No floppy disks detected.
Oh wow, just scan for floppy disks. Bloody hell. Hold to grab handle. Ah, so you can be proper stealthy about it. Like you can grab it or just open it.
Steve, the fuse box for Charles Bowman's office is going up.
What, again?
Don't worry, maintenance are going to be on it first thing in the morning. If it trips again, just leave it. No need us running up and down the stairs every 10 minutes for a false alarm.
Okay, I'll do that. Makes my life easier anyway.
That's not me telling you to take a break, Steve. You still have a job to do.
Yeah, of course. No problem.
I'll be in the lobby if you need me.
One Britain, one people, one vote. Huh. Interesting. View dossier. Oh, okay, so this is the main letter. So this is what we're doing. I kind of don't know who we're playing. We're playing as a woman. Are we playing as the woman then? I'm assuming that we do. Okay, security will not be alerted to Charles Bowman's office if the fuse box is turned off. Okay, I guess I have to do that then. No pages. Oh, nice. Pages. Nice. I'm digging the look. Definitely digging the look. Oh, someone's commented. I'll just go check that. Quick. For some reason it's not popping up. This is a shame. Oh, hey Jane. How you doing? Right. Hello? You doing okay there? Right. Note. Examine note. Okay. Oh, no, I just take it apparently. What do I do with that note? I don't know. Oh, I lost the note. That seemed important. Ah! What is the buttons? I don't know. Controls, here we go. Dossier, zoom, lean, place briefcase. Okay. Just figure this out one by one at this point. I'm just going to check those comments. It's a shame they don't come up properly. It's kind of a bit frustrating. Yeah, that's interesting. So give me 2 seconds, sorry. Alright, Sorry about that, sorry. People shouting for me. There's never a perfect time to stream, like, ever. Alright. Okay. Wow. We interact with quite a lot, I've noticed. Okay. I think if it was at least just 30 frames, I think I kind of don't like the fact they've tried to give it like an unlocked frame rate. Because it's like, it plays really well at 60, and then it kind of really slows down, and I normally just prefer a consistent frame rate, if I'm perfectly honest. Cigarettes. Yeah. Okay. It's a party or something going on outside. So it's the Union Act. I don't even know what the Union Act actually does, to be fair, at this point. Oh, are we stealthing? Okay. Protect your future, your Britain.
The guard patrol was quite loose at the facility, at least before all of this. They wouldn't be back anytime soon.
Nice. Free roam.
The books belonged to the library and weren't allowed to be checked out. I always found it odd that the books we read were so highly monitored.
Can I not turn this on? Ugh. Whitworth, Bowman, Carson, founding documents. I'll check that note. Right, let's check that comment. It's really a shame. It seems so far. I don't know yet. I've only just literally just started playing it, so I honestly won't know yet. So I've come that way. I'm just trying to make sure to take my time with it, really. But I might speed it along if it's getting a little boring. Oh, you can definitely sneak through the vent. I won't need to go that way just yet, because I don't see why not. Lift. Oh, need an orange card to get in here. This looks important, I guess. Unless I can use this card. No. Bollocks.
Some of the lifts were temperamental. You'll have to learn your way around when you're there.
Oh, is this the building we're going to be using? Okay. She's kind of talking to someone, like, I think she knows there's something going on, and she's going to allow this detective to break in. I think I'm assuming that.
Steve never got that role he trained so hard for.
Alright, let's read this. I'm going to take my time. I want to take my time, because this is the kind of game. Phone ringing, answer phone beep, an unknown male voice. Oh, it's a script. Deckard. Hey, it's me, listen. He shouldn't be sorry. It's just, God, I really don't think you should go to that place. Look, do you know how they view you? Just another piece of meat to be abused? Don't go tonight. I don't think they care. They want you dead. Do you know how they view you? Just another patient. Please don't go tonight. I'm freaking scared. For you and for me. The end. Is that like a Blade Runner script or something? Because the name rings a bell. It looks like a Blade Runner thing. I don't know. Or it could just be some random film. Who knows? I don't really know enough yet to kind of make a educated guess yet. So we've gone that way. There is a door. Not much there. Oh, fuse box. Fuse box, the main house connected to Charles Bowman's office. I need the fuse boxes for the foyer, so... Oh, let's turn the stock room off, because that's where that stuff is, isn't it? Turn it off. You have to really interact with these things. You have to, like, hold it, and then move it. Then put it back. I can turn the whole thing off, but that wouldn't be fair. I think that'd probably cause more attention. So this is the fuse box, and the stock room is off. So... Come out. Oh. I don't know. I'm trying to think where that grate's going to lead me. It might lead me to the stock room. Actually, let's check it. Let's check it out. At the end of the day, I think this is going to be like a first level to test to figure out what the hell's going on. Right. There we go. Wow, that is slow. Look at that go. That was like a full 20 seconds. That causes a lot of noise as well. Oh, okay. Oh no, now we're going into the basement. Okay, this wasn't where I was expecting to go. Can I... Oh, I have found the workshop. I want to go check though before I sneak everywhere, just yet. I think that's so I know where I'm going. There's no security guards here. Let's take my time. Ah, stockroom. Oh, I think that's what the this is. Okay. Oh, it's a little tricky to get. I think I'm going to be very honest. I think I definitely probably would have enjoyed this more on PC. It feels like more PC controls. There we go.
Sounds of the bloody 60s, 70s and today. That jingle would plague me for months afterwards.
Oh, a new clue. Marlon Thornton maintenance list, Friday 10th of April 1987. Get those bloody pigeons out of my office. You will need to block up that hole in the ceiling because your damn pigeons keep getting into my room. I know we made an agreement for you to keep your pigeons here, but if this persists, they will have to go. Ask Steve to climb into the vent and put some mesh over the gap. There's a vent in Marlon's stockroom I could use to access Charles Bowman's office. Interesting. So I can turn the fuse off. There's multiple ways we can go about this. Interesting. Oh nice, you can add.
People are still researching union law. A little too late.
I think I'll have to read the UI for this. All rights, this is the Pre-Union Act, Act 9, Section B. All rights to legal representation regarding the individual, but not limited to the individual, may be suspended for up to 48 hours, not inclusive of the time taken to obtain said individual. This time is referred to as the grace period. Oh. Wow, let's go grab people off the streets or something. The grace period can last for, but not limited to, 12 hours. If new charges are brought to light within the allotted 12 hours, then the new reinstated grace period will come into effect, replacing the previous grace period. When said reinstated period is enforced, remaining time of the original prescribed 12 hours is rounded up to the nearest hour, can be held in reserve to be used in addition to the acting grace period if required. Any individual obtained under such conditions may be required. So the idea of just being able to literally take anyone at any point, with regardless of their free will and constitutional rights. I'm assuming. That's what it sounds like to me. I need that in Razor. Oh nice, and just a radio. Tuner. There you go. Oh, if I can try, let's see if I can find a radio station, and if not, I'll give up. I'm still getting used to these controls, I must admit. Oh. That's a lot quieter. I'll deal with that. Another vent. This is the vent stockroom that leads to his office. I'll leave this open for now. Oh my god, that is painfully so slow. So to open a vent is a pain in the arse. Okay. Charles Bowman. I've already unlocked the stockroom, so that's good. So use the... You got to take the disc from his office and then use it in his workshop. Fix the fuse box in the main hall. The fuse box keeps tripping, which is leaving my door wide open. Yeah, I know this. Oh wait, what was that there? He will let you into my office when I'm out of my office. Mr. Napper in room 107. Okay, then. I don't need to do that. I've got it. I've got it. Ooh. It kind of reminds me of Firewatch in its look and tone. Reminds me very much of that. Jerusalem to Beirut and the journey in between. The Arab-Israeli conflict has been the conversation of heart of conversation for many years. The book follows the chronology of the Middle East. Sounds like Miller himself was only kidnapped whilst writing the book. Political intrigue. No, I don't need the radio. I'm sure you can probably use it to
Who would have
distract people.
understood? Sometimes I wonder if I'm just telling myself that, but he would have understood.
Really? I don't know who I'm going to talk to. No. Make phone calls, well. Can I not? Come on. Can I not play? Come on, let me play the Xanderfaulk.
You have
There we go.
2 new messages.
Bit of an error there.
Message 1.
Charles, I had a look into the security concern that you were asking me about, and it turns out you might be onto something. So, don't do anything rash. Give me a call. Let's talk about this, and yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye for now.
Message 2.
Charles, it's Michael. My guys down here are getting pretty agitated about this whole Alex thing.
Oh.
Last time we spoke,
Oh,
you
no.
said you had it all sorted, and I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but maybe we should have a meeting tomorrow morning, just discuss this, or yeah, I don't know.
End of messages.
Like the prompts to hit those buttons weren't. I can still do it. It's okay. Keycard reader. Wow, a lot of keycards and gates here. It's gonna be tough. I think this is gonna be quite hard. And there's a lot to interact with. You've got to be really careful. Here with me. Hell yeah, I'm taking it. I don't have a tape player, but I will find one. Nothing else here. I checked over here already. What is that? Michael Carson, and Charles Bowman, 1976. So yeah, we know about Michael Carson. Or no, is it Charles Bowman? I get confused now. But we know a few of them.
I tried his desk drawer, but of course it was locked. Bowman preferred physical keys to their digital counterparts.
Okay, I wonder if there's a key around. Charles, Alex Dubois is furious. He's not doing any more work on Silhouette until you sort out the mess with his family. Oh, okay, I'll leave the floppy disk with you. Please do something, Tom. Okay.
Everything I needed was on that cartridge. The fate of a nation in ones and zeros.
So what is this kind of company? It doesn't seem like a legal firm, it just seems like a company to me. Is that where the vent is, I wonder? Yeah, here we go. Pigeons. Oh nice, that's an easy event. Oh, nice. Hehehe. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, look, the UI is just completely off. This is going to be interesting. They weren't wrong, were they? About the game having issues. This is going to be a bit tough. Okay, so I need a key. I need a safe. But I've got what I need. I wonder if I can come back to this. Right. Let's go downstairs. Finally! Taking way too long getting through this. Oh. I see someone. Oh, it's a data wipe? Fuck. If I walked you there, I'm a bit screwed with that tape then. That'd be bad. Welcome to the public announcement of the Union Act. Vote to unite us as one. Please take a drink, grab a seat, and wait for the opening keynote. So they've been already... I'm not sure if this is after the bomb or not. I'm a bit confused. Oh yeah, give me a coffee. I need to insert a token. Okay. Oh, it's magnetic, so it's the idea that nothing can get caught. So you walk through, erases all the data. I wonder if you could use that. Just like erase all the data. And the photo. So this is Alex Dubois' office. So I went downstairs. You could sneak this way. I'm sure this was the way I snuck. Because it was his workshop. Yeah, because the thing is right there. That's where I would have come through had I used the vent. Okay, so I know where we are. Well, it looks like something's happened though, because his chairs... It looks like there's been a struggle or something. Employee of the month. Alex's unwearing service and loyalty to the Bowman Carson Group will always go above and beyond difficult times. March 87. Oh my god. Hold take item. I need that. Oh, there we go. Hi Marlowe. Sorry I had to nip out for the day. I shouldn't really be doing this, but Charles Bowman's door code is 5959. Hey. If you leave your completed work from my desk, I'll get it signed off first thing in the morning, Gary. Interesting. Well, I know I've gone through there, it's just not much of a problem. Silhouette. This is like a program or something. Target launch 11th of April. Bugs. Can't remove user once added. Charles says this isn't an issue. Investigate more. That's a bit suspicious, isn't it? Backing up information without switching off all circuits on the system. Yeah, backing up information without switching off all circuits on the system causes a failure. All tokens, yes please. Noit. Can I take? Yeah. So I can pick up tokens and still have the documents. Okay. Nice. That's something at least. Anything else in here? Oh, nice. Oh my! You can grab each individual blind. Are you serious?
The Silhouette server housed hundreds of files on the Union Act. Immigrant families, voting preferences, you name it.
A server could be found in Alexi Bar's workshop on floor 1 of the Bowman building, which I am right here. Alright. No software to boot, please insert boot disk. I will insert Silhouette if you wouldn't mind. Boot disk detected. Boot from disk. Please do. Oh no. I don't have the backup code. Bollocks. What do I know? I need some more information. It's a name, isn't it? Submit. Bollocks. I don't even know. So it's a 6-digit code. No, I ain't gonna know that, especially if it's on a keyboard. No. Crap. I'm gonna have to find that out. No information that I'm aware of. Of April, 11th day. I'll have to figure a way to find out that code somehow. Yeah, I already looked at that. Shit. I have to go over here, aren't I? I've put the disc in. I don't have the tape. So maybe I need to find something. Oop.
I missed a phone call from Michael that night.
Look, I'm heading across to the Meta Center.
Oh, that's my one, Scarlet Carson.
Something to do with one of their servers malfunctioning. I'm sure it's nothing too serious. Anyway, I'll try and call again soon.
should have.
End of
I wish.
messages.
Did he die? Is he the one that died, perhaps? One of them that died? Family? What do I do with the settee? Riveting gameplay! Again, don't know numbers or anything.
You have one new message. Message 1.
Hey, honey. We must have just missed each other's calls. Not to worry. Look, I'm heading across to the Meta Center. Apparently there's something to do with one of the servers malfunctioning. I'm sure it's nothing too serious. Anyway, I'll try and call again soon. Okay. Love you. Bye.
End of messages.
Oh. At least he cares. Gotta give him that. Hole punch. Do I really need the hole punch? Oh, here we go. Hey, we found it. Alex, I've just been notified by the system that you've set the Silhouette server password to the Bowman building to SPUF7. I gotta remember that. SPUF7. I must insist you change this as it will be easy for someone to guess for anyone that knows about your family. Oh, okay. Please destroy this document once you update your password. That's what you get. Security leaks everywhere. SPUF7. All in capitals. Oh, another disc. Michael's stuff. Let's definitely take that. So we got what we need. Nothing in there. Okay. Nothing too much. See a lot of photos. So it's Michael. Okay, so it's Michael Carson's wife. Okay, so Michael probably died. It seems the way she spoke about it. So she's definitely married to, or maybe sister. I actually don't know. I assume wife. It looks that way in the photos. Kids, there's pretty ugly children, and a beautiful, gorgeous doggy. You know, definitely one of the family members. Definitely counts. It kind of looks like a security group or something. That's all about tech and security systems. Alright, was it blue? No, it's purple. I can't use that. Let's just check a bit more around and I'll go back into the workshop room. I don't want to miss anything because I know it's quite important too, and it looks like I'm not fussed for time right now. Left. Lovely. No. It looks like they're preparing for the speech. Yeah, so they're having a speech about the Union Act in the morning. Okay, here we go. Opening keynote. Some interesting. Oh, I got a. Let me just check those comments. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Opening keynote. Charles Bowman. Charles Bowman will make the exciting announcement you have all been waiting for to the public. We ask that you take your seats for at least 15 minutes before the event so that the television cameras can get into position. Alex will explain exactly what the Silhouette software does and the power it will have moving forward. Refreshments will be made, yada yada yada. Try out the cider from Pinwheel. Demonstration. It's it's like a technology. He will get volunteers from the audience to be the first to input their personal information. It's a system to receive the most accurate, up-to-date reading about every aspect of their lives, from financial situations, family members, and even where they do their food shopping. Oh, so it's like the NSA spying on you. Okay, but like an 80s version. It's literally called Silhouette. That is the most suspicious thing you could call. It's like calling your service Big Brother. It's truly an event not to be missed. A future of Bowman Castle Company. Scarlet Castle will take us through the company is currently and its ambitious goals moving forward into the 90s. The company has come a long way since its inception in 1976 with our dear friend Whitworth. Michael Carson reflects on the remarkable achievements of the last 10 years as a team. Oh, fair enough. So they're demonstrating this new software, but it sounds very. It was meant to be a good thing. Maybe it turned into a bad thing. Oh, is that another one? No, no. I want the. Give me my goddamn thing. Examine note. Exact same one. Yeah, that's exactly the same. Alright, we found everything in here. Relatively linear, which I like. I want that flipping key though. I wonder if I can find that key. So, Spuff with 2 Fs, 7. That's not what I needed. Here we go. Submit. Confirm. Lead complete. Silhouette software. Nice. Oh.
At that very moment, our lives changed forever.
I think I can probably use that disk drive.
I've had a security alert. I've paged you the location.
Oh bollocks. Take Silhouette disk to Transfer's office. Meeting notes. I need to change these subtitles. It's just reminding me of... Yeah. I'm going to turn those subtitles off for now because there's quite a lot of them getting in the way of the gameplay there. I need to just get the hell out apparently. Uh oh.
Hello?
Fuck.
Come
Go on.
out, you're in here.
Always looking this way. Come on, go away.
Is anyone in here?
The power's gone so I can go through that door though. But was there... I can't go through the orange one. Oh shit. Coming this way.
Someone around here?
Nope. Nothing to see here. Go away.
I didn't want security to see me up there. We were already on edge from the server blowing.
So you're transferring files. So they clearly weren't happy with what was going on. Oh, that was sneaky. Good thing I'm as thin as that wall. Yeah, that's right. Piss off, you. Let's get the hell out of here. Music's quite cool. It's actually quite tense. Quickly before he comes, I see his torch. No. There we go. I'm definitely going to check these rooms though, why not? Tom Newman. Damn, I'm sure I need keys. No, I don't think so. Maybe I have to come. We go through this building later on anyway. Oh shit! Enough talk. Let's stealth this thing.
I made my way downstairs.
If you're in there, you gotta come out.
Nah, I'm good. I'm alright. Security ain't got nothing on me. What? I can hide in the women's toilets. Fuck. Oh no, I could lead upwards as well. That's cool. He's right there. Oh no! No! Don't go to the women's toilets, you perv. You're not allowed in here, even if you are security. I will call harassment.
Is someone in here?
That's right, piss off. Sucker! Attention, staff meeting at 10 o'clock. Building security improvements. Can't go that way. Oh shit. I have to go that way. I'm not here. What? That is a weird way to walk upstairs. We're okay. We avoided him.
The fire exit was the only route out. That green glow was my only focus now. I should have sensed something when I didn't see Dan at his desk.
Has the bomb
Once
gone
I was
off?
out, there was
That's
no
what's
way
happened.
back in. The events that transpired next were out of my control.
So it's from her perspective about what happened that night. So she was transferring
Looking at heightened
files.
security. It was more of a storage room than a fire exit.
I think there's lots of areas you're going to come back and do later on from the looks of things. Like there's a lot of areas I can't get to yet, or I'm just really inept and haven't noticed that there was a way to do it. Oh.
Oh, Mrs. Carson, it's you. I didn't expect you to still be here. I'm going to have to report you in the system. I'm sure you understand. Shouldn't you be leaving, Mrs. Carson?
Did I get caught on purpose then, or is that it? I'm not sure if that was meant to happen or not. Okay. That was a bit of an abrupt thing. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not. It seemed purposeful because it was like a cutscene. I really couldn't do much about that, I don't think. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's been a few like amateur errors, if I'm perfectly honest, like the UI. They patched a lot, obviously. Not game breaking. I can still play it, but that needs fixing. 8:32. I like the aesthetic. It's really cool, like this kind of typewriter. Oh, I got out anyway. But I'm in the system. I was there.
The air smelt thick with something burning that night. Protesters were getting worse, even before what happened.
Nice, we're outside. Well, we did
As
it
I
either
walked
way.
further from the facility, I almost forgot how bad things were.
Our country needs unity, not separation. This is a very politically charged. I know it's like an 80s thing, but it's very relevant to kind of attitudes I think we have now. It's going to be, I think it's very general. I think it's not going to be talking about, it's not going to go deep into like immigration, I don't think. I mean, if it does, I'd be quite shocked. It's a bit of a brave move if you ask me, if they do that. X to climb. And climb. I can't go forward apparently. What am I meant to do? Ah, over there. Right. Okay, I got you. No. My. Apparently not on the money on that one. Can't go that way. And this helps me. I don't know how. Ah, here we go. Right. I thought you could probably move it. Let's get the other side of this. That's what I need to do. There we go. So a lot of the objects in this game are very heavy. Like this is definitely very slow paced. I mean, I don't mind it so far. I'm curious to see where it's going to go, but like, I'm sure this is probably not the most entertaining stream. Where I don't really have much to work off. I'm not really saying much, so I do apologise if it's quite slow. But this is probably, it seems to be more like a game you have to enjoy for the story, for the pacing, rather than what some wacky let's play can get up to. If you catch what I mean. Spooky alleyway, locked, check. That's a good thing. Don't want to go down there anyway.
Now it's always so peaceful.
I'm liking the look. I always love games that have like the reflections of the water on the walls. It's some of my favourite things to see. Zing recently on the VR had that, and that looked amazing. Okay, I can sprint. Really liking the look though. Like, this is just so picturesque. It reminds me of that kind of British Happy Few meets the Stealth, a bit Dishonored in terms of its like comic style, where it's detailed. Like, look at the I like the texture work and stuff. Among Us, there could be an illegal immigrant. Oh my god, no, it is a politically charged game. I was wrong. That's some, for a company, that's some very scary kind of like hatred going on there.
I remember someone
Wow.
listening to music on a canal boat. Funny. It wouldn't be safe to be out there now.
I'm not liking the company's politics at this point. It's kind of a very fear-mongering tactic, I think. But I've got a funny feeling this is going to be quite a politically charged game from the looks of things now. I changed my opinion. I mean, look, the whole one Britain, one people, one
The
vote.
walk home usually helped me clear my mind after a day's work. That night was different.
I think they've been making the game, they said, for 4 years, so what, 2015 onwards, let's say. 2014, 2015, roughly?
I was thinking about Michael, that he'd be sat at home waiting for me, that had so much to talk about. The pre-Union Act was tearing the city apart. It wouldn't be long before the whole country was rioting.
Loving the voice acting, it's very well done. It's kind of very British, but not like stereotypical, like horribly annoying British, like a lot of games do.
At the time, I didn't feel like I could make a change. I didn't have a voice.
I don't think any of us do, really.
Hey, alright, how you doing? I best get on. Speak to you later.
And so it's probably one of the only games that has genuine British accents. Like, I can tell people actually talk like this. I mean, it's
I'm just really for a journalist.
a bit picturesque, but yeah. Oh, it's Marlon. They'd mention him. Fair enough. He's a bit busy. Okay, let's keep going forward. No point walking. There's
The only
no
way to
space.
stop the act from happening was to do something more radical, something, you know.
Oh wow. She's not responsible for the bomb,
I
is she?
wonder what he would have thought of me.
What, her husband? Yeah, so this is definitely before the thing. They're trying to stop the Union Act from happening. They're obviously very not happy with it. Not very happy with it.
I miss him more than you can ever know.
Oh no, he is already. So she's, yeah, it's a flashback. She knows the bomb. I think the bomb's about to happen. It feels there's some dread building in the atmosphere here. I think the bomb's about to go off. Oh, it's already gone off. That's what the power outage was. Oh wow, look at that telephone box.
Please insert token.
Oh, I can insert a token. Where's my token? Ah, forget it. I'm not sure if I can do that yet. Actually no. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm curious. I want to see if I can.
Please insert token.
Aha, there it is. No. I don't know, some of the UI's a bit whiffy. Forget it. Oh.
It wasn't supposed to be. I didn't know. If I knew I was going to lose Michael,
There we go.
I'm so sorry, Michael.
I just put the subtitles back on just in case you miss anything, because of my loud ass. Yeah, this game looks great, I will give it that.
I just didn't know.
I mean, she talks about being radical, but did it happen before she even had a chance to think about it?
That's why we're doing this.
Oh, right. It looks very British. They've got the look down to the T. I mean, most of Britain still looks like this, to be fair.
Not a great deal can be said in favour of the past two governments' policies.
That's why you're doing
the
it.
UK's outlook on foreign relations. For a second time, the public opinion poll has shown dissatisfaction and, dare I say it, contempt for the way that the PM has handled the country's affairs of late. More money going out, less money coming in. And at the heart of the matter, mass immigration. The majority of jobs for the time being appear to be safe, but for how long? We've already seen huge cuts to healthcare funding and public services, and now the people are beginning to ask the more pressing question: where does it stop? Once more the suggestion has been made. Does the steadfast yet controversial Union Act hold the key to the country's success? A dramatic measure, some would argue, or the right tool for the right job? Stood here outside the Bowman Carson building, there is a strong display of the divide that the country is feeling. One people, one Britain, one vote. That's what the slogan says, and one way or another, we may all be expected to vote on it very soon. If one thing remains true through all of these proceedings, it's that Britain is approaching its 11th hour, at the very least in terms of its financial prosperity. Tune in to the TBC debate using teletext
TBC.
53.
I mean, like, it seems very Brexit related. I mean, it's very relevant right now, actually. I'm not sure. I mean, the game's been made. They said it took about 4 or 5 years to make. Well, I'm not sure how long the concept's been around for this, because I don't think Brexit's been around that long. I don't think. I want to say they've been talking about it for about 3-4 years. So unless they've made it based off that, it just seems very timely. So I'm not sure. It's interesting. Oh. I missed that. I think that's when the bomb went off. I was looking at the gate. I think I might have seen a house blow up then or something. I missed that. Shit. But I'm liking the story so far. The music, the tone. The touring bomber kills 23. Okay. I believe it's Alex Dubois. Oh, why? The facility blew up. Shit. Wow.
I've said this 100 times, I'm sure, but so sorry for your loss. A toast to the man and the memory. I imagine you'll need to take some personal time. That's fine. Just take what you need. I'll handle everything on my end. I know you and I see differently on a few things, but this is a time for solidarity, not turmoil. Perhaps with all that's happened, we can finally work together. Deal with things head on.
Suspicious. I smell a conspiracy.
Nobody could have seen this coming, Scarlet. You mustn't blame yourself.
I'm definitely intrigued. Like, this seems quite interesting. Trolls are a bit whiffy. The UI is I'm hoping it doesn't block my gameplay, but intriguing story so far.
Harvey Miller, do you ever answer your phone? I've finished editing the introduction to the Bowman Carson piece you sent me. It's good, but I think we can do better. Alex Dubois has claimed that he wasn't at the facility the time that they say he set off the explosion. He also says the phone records from the night prove it. Apparently, Detective Holden has them. Anyway, your first meeting is tomorrow. Find out everything you can. The phone records are a good start, but I have a feeling there's a bigger story here. Anyway, get some sleep, and I'll be in touch tomorrow.
Yeah, loving the voice acting. Loving the presentation. Everything about presenting is very well designed so far. My mug. World's best journalist. Okay. So what's he reading? Leads. The phone records. At the time of the attack, Alex says he wasn't in the facility. He believes that Detective Holden has the phone records to prove it. So this is this is the next mission. I think when I start this one, I'll probably leave it for now because this is I've been taking way too long. But it's interesting. I kind of wish I looked the right way. I think I might have missed like a visual cue then on that explosion going off. I don't know. So the building that we worked at, the Bowman Castle one, the one responsible for the silhouette device, blew up. So maybe, because she talked about something radical happening, so maybe she was behind it. Maybe she didn't know, maybe someone already beat her to it, but her husband died in the process. I don't know, there's still some vaguities about what was going on there. But you played her, his wife, who was trying to sneak some things, and she was trying to back up the files. So whether or not that was because she didn't agree with it, there's some interesting things going on here. So now we're playing a complete different character, an investigative journalist, 6 months after the fact. Cool. There we go, view dossier. Find Detective Holden's phone records that might prove Alex wasn't there. So he's the one that they're blaming for him. Oh, it's his book. Henry Miller. Jerusalem and the Journey in Between. Right, you saw it in the place earlier. Harvey, you've come a long way together. We've come a long way together, sorry. I know it wasn't easy getting this book together, but I'm so glad you persevered through it. Sorry, I'm reading it way too fast. I'll never forgive myself for what happened, but you have to admit it. It makes one heck of a story to tell at the next dinner party. Mina. Oh, he's the guy that got kidnapped. I did read that. Yeah, it says here, the Arab-Israeli conflict has been at the heart of conversation for many years. The book follows the chronology of the Middle East spanning from 1882 to the current day. Gunfire and bombings happen on a daily basis. Miller himself was nearly kidnapped whilst writing the book. Now he now aims to communicate the difficulties, politics and people within the two cities about his journey between. That was Jerusalem and Beirut. Now it's going to be England. It's going to be the next big thing. Yeah, we saw this earlier. I'm going to try and read this properly. Come on. Yeah, I know. Is this the face of a killer? The people who worked with Alex Dubois were in utter disbelief this morning as we interviewed the co-workers of the man who has now been labelled the Turing bomber. Police released a statement highlighting the fact that the investigation is in its early stages. However, all signs point to Alex Dubois as being the main suspect in the attack that killed 23 people and injured many others. Mr. Dubois has been arrested and taken into custody, and so far none but the police have been able to speak to him since the explosion. The nationality of Mr. Dubois is likely to spark more controversy about immigration and border control in the UK, with the Union Acts most likely taking centre stage as the Bowman Castle Group moves to make changes that will stir the political landscape. Ooh. Immigrant crisis. Here we go. Union Act needed more now than ever. We interviewed the co-workers of the man labelled the Turing bomber. The people who know him best say they don't believe him capable of such a thing. Others say that he was a complicated individual with a tendency to lose his temper. It's all about immigrants now, isn't it? If there were less of them, then this wouldn't have just happened, you know. If it would just It was just a matter of time, said an onlooker at the site of the explosion this morning. Just a matter of time indeed. Perhaps this event highlights the need for such preventative measures of the Union Act. Only time. So I'm curious if this game's going to have a stance, because I'm trying to think, is this game... I mean, a bomb's gone off. So it's terrorism, there's talk about immigration politics. It's very, very much about now, about like divided Britain. I mean, I have no... This is such a timely game, and I'm quite curious as to people, especially British people, sleeping on this game, if it's going to be this politically relevant. I'm shocked that this game is not going to piss some people off, depending on kind of what stance it will take. I'm curious. Okay, we know about that. Just what do you mean? See if there's anything useful. 23 dead at the facility. Okay, so a few people to talk to. Cool. The phase of a killer. Could the Union Act stop terrorism in its tracks? Are we not to blame for not acting sooner? What, for like being able to just, if we think someone's suspicious or potentially a terrorist, we can just rob them off the streets? Yeah, okay, I get where this is kind of going. Alex Dublar will stand on trial over the coming months with the aid of a court-ordered public defence lawyer. The public outrage that the taxpayers will be funding the defence of one of the country's worst criminal offenders cannot be understated. Yeah, but what evidence is there that he's done it? The Turing University grand opening. Like all the little ads, like you can actually read almost every single bit of text. Like it's not some blurry, unwritten thing. They've put a lot of detail into this. I really like it. Nothing else to read. Songs of Spring. Amy Benson. Lebanese Civil War. I know you won't leave me alone. An Evening with Harvey Miller. Nice. Well, can I interact with it? I like these old school computer looks though. It's very interesting. Can't do anything. Bollocks. Modern rockers are out of control. There's the time of sensationalism. Is that what's going on? Meeting with Carla Berman, 4 o'clock, Saturday 24th of October. Moroccan kefta. Sounds nice. Athletic Football Club, Pento. Ah. I've been foiled, I have no tapes. He likes comic books, that's for sure. Oh, that's quite cool. I wonder if that's a real comic or not. Aha! Game bathrooms. No mirrors exist. Oh, I recognise a London... what do you call them? Landmark there. There's his briefcase. Like I said, I'm loving the detail. Like you can just read everything. It reminds me, control-wise and look-wise, of very much a Firewatch. Ah, that's that Here With Me. That's what we found earlier in the tape player. Tantamount to treason. Hey, you can put it in a briefcase as well. Let's interact with this. What's this? No, not eject, play. Oh, it's just music. Some good music. Bum, 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 bum. Middle Eastern and Islamic Studies. Went to university. Certificate of Education. Sorry, I don't know what that is, but English language. So you can, current item, you can hold one item, and you can contain items in your briefcase. No items of interest. That's cool. I like that idea. wonder how much you can hold in it. That's the thing. Yeah, some of the UI's a little off.
One new message. Message 1.
So listen to me, but you won't listen. You're stuck on the beat, this is your last chance that you'll ever see.
We can do better. Alex Dubois has claimed that he wasn't at the facility the time that they say he set off the explosion. He also says the phone records from the night prove it.
He already read this one.
Apparently, Detective Holden has them. Anyway, your first meeting is tomorrow. Find out everything you can. The phone records are a good start.
Pager.
I have a feeling there's a bigger story here.
Check post.
Anyway, get some sleep
End.
and I'll be in touch tomorrow.
End of messages.
What am I meant to do? What can I do? Actually, I never ever had to use a pager. It says check post. Is that the door? Oh, that's what came through. Right. I thought I heard like a banging. Ooh, interesting. It's kind of got this kind of conspiracy feel to that I quite like. Trap door. What is this? I'm not going to insert floppy disk. Nuh-uh-uh. Right, computer time. Interact. There, I've got the insert floppy disk, haven't I? Yeah. There we go. So some weird ass speakers. It's got very kind of not steampunky, but it's slightly odd future. There it is. Okay. Investigate. Trapdoor EXE. Do I want to click that? I know better than that. A random program. That's an executable. Not gonna blow up my computer, is it? Oh, right, okay. Harvey Miller, who is this? Your editor received a letter from Alex Dubois today. That's the guy who died's wife. He's claiming he had nothing to do with the attack in Turing City. How do you know that? I also know you have some meetings lined up at the Bowman Carson facility. You need to use that time to prove Alex wasn't involved. I'm innocent, I swear to God. Why are you telling me this? I have reason to believe that the country is being lied to. How much do you know about the Union Act? Everything that's been made public? That should be enough for you to know that the Act should never see the light of day. You're the only one who could change that now. Oh. How do you expect me to do that? He was about to say, I'm not going to change that. With the Miller report. How do you know all of this? Who are you? A concerned third party. What is it you want me to do? It sounds like it's the wife because it's the exact same initials. Gather all of the information regarding Alex Dubois and the Union Act. Bring it to me. And we can put an end to this. If I decided... No. How do I contact you? I'll contact you. Ooh. There's this really kind of cool conspiracy vibe here. I'm really digging it. I can't wait to play some more, but I think it's going to be one of those ones now where I'm going to be committing to those hour times, because that was obviously quite linear. I didn't have to worry about the time frame there, but I think now I will. Which is interesting. That's a really nice setup. And there we go. Your progress has just been saved. The game will save again at the end of the following chapter. There we go. I think it's probably best to leave it for now.
Your first meeting is with Carla Berman. Get there an hour early so you have time to look around and gather questions for your meeting. Follow any leads you can for the Miller report. Good luck and don't trust anyone.
Hello, Clarice. I'll eat your livers. Candy. Nice puppy.
Okay, it's 4:58.
I am your father.
No, that's not true. It's impossible.
And on that note, I think I might leave it. So we're going to be
I'm just a girl
in the building
standing
investigating.
on the
So this is where the time stuff's going to come into play now. Interesting. Apologise, it's been very kind of slow gameplay. It's one of those games, but if anything that you've seen interests you, I highly recommend you check it out. It's £20 physical, £25 digital on PS4. It's on PC and Xbox, I believe, as well. So I highly recommend it at the moment. It seems pretty good, and I'm definitely going to play some more. But yeah, I took my time with it, and I'm very curious as to how this is going to kind of go about doing things. Let's move on for first impressions. I was going to play this, whether or not I do more. I mean, if anyone is watching this or watches it does want me to record the gameplay, I think I probably won't stream it. I'll probably just record it and then edit it afterwards. But I'm very interested, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing some more. But I don't want to waste any more time on this chapter, so I'm going to have to take it a chapter at a time. But anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Xanderfaulk saying goodbye. And that is really, really loud.